Peace. A and B African Man Born. Random Rant of the Day, episode 2. When I told people in 2022 that I was leaving Mass Ave T Station, a lot of y'all were like, yo, why are you going back to work? Why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third, and all this other BS, right? And what you got to understand is that I don't just have one form of income. I have actually 4. You know what I'm saying? I have 4 forms of income, but one is more consistent, and that's getting the job. All right. So when people sit there and talk like, "Oh, you went back to work," and start laughing because you did nothing else with your life but go to work, all right, just understand I got 4 forms of income. You know what I'm saying? 4. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. All right. The difference is that those other 3 forms are more residual. All right, and they're not as consistent, which means I sell products still. I just don't sell them at Mass Ave. So people call me, I show up, I meet with them, I get that money, right? Then that only happens. That happens very sparingly. It doesn't happen like at Mass Ave. I can sit there and wait for customers and all that. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not doing that. All right. So, the other form of income is music. I do get residual income from my music. I have about 15 projects out. You know what I'm saying? That make me money right now with streaming, with publishing, and just with CD sales. I still sell CDs for those who say, who's buying CDs? There's a lot of people buying CDs, actually. You know what I mean? So with the CDs, that's kind of like the same as selling the product. So somebody wants a CD, whatever, I can mail it to them. They pay me, I mail it to them, whatever. All right? So, with that being said, all right, with the streaming, it's very little money on that shit. I'm actually going to do an episode on that. Not with this random rant of the day or night joint, but with the truth news to give you a little more clarity on what that really is, because there's a lot of artists that are struggling and suffering, and for rightfully so, they're pissed off about how the music industry works. You know what I'm saying? So the other form of income is pretty much my filming. You know what I'm saying? Filming people for money. Filming people for a price, contracts, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is, the same as the rest of them. They're not as consistent because people need to have projects coming out, and we need to work out the money situation, and then we get it done. And then the money is paid after the project is completed. All right? The reason why I didn't put the other part of music in there, like performing, because I don't perform all the time like I used to. Right? So, I don't really, when I do a show, it's very, I put a lot more money into in a show than actually from the show. So like if I put like $500 down for a venue, and then I put down $500 or more for the DJ, and then I'm paying artists, I ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't even put that down. I lose more money than I make on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that it's wrong to do. I just, you make, in the status I'm in and the way people look at me, they're not going to come from near and far to come to one of my shows like that unless they feel the need to do so. You know, I don't have an engine backing me, and I don't want that demonic engine backing me. I back myself, and with my brothers and sisters and all that, we got something going. But you spend a lot more money than you make putting together an event. All right. So there's other forms of income I'm looking into, like crypto, and not necessarily the stock market, but cryptocurrency. That I don't make money off of that. I let that money sit there and see if it goes up or down, and then whenever it gets good, I'll take the shit, right? But that's not really a lot of income. So it's about four. All right, the fourth one, of course, is working at SafeLight. Well, and right now I'm working towards leaving SafeLight. So therefore, I just started that job in August, but I'm looking to leave it for something better for me. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is until it's solidified, but I'm in training for it right now. And what that means is I've never stopped moving as an entrepreneur, and I never stopped moving as a person with aspirations to do better. I never sit in one place. You know what I'm saying? I'm always doing something to make a move. You know what I'm saying? This right here, what I do with the A and B TV, that don't really make no money like that. I you know what I mean? That it takes a lot of YouTube streams to make money, and that goes back into the whole music thing where I make money off of streaming, but streaming pays you about what 0.7% of a penny and shit. This shit's stupid. I don't even rely on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I usually see money growing there and I just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, a lot of times when y'all sit there and talk and judge and act stupid around people that go back into work, there's a reason why they go back into work. Consistent money. If the job is paying your bills, you get that job until you find a way to pay the bills without the job. All right? I've never knocked a person that had a job. I knocked the person that always valued the job more than their family, valued the job more than their mother, their sister, their wife. I don't value no job worth more than my respect, my family, and my loved ones. All right? So even with this job, right, they're like 2 words for me quitting. I'm like one fucking day doing some Grubhub shit or some DoorDash shit for me, because I can make money off of both of those apps. I've done it before and I can do it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into getting back into Uber. I want nobody in my car. All right? I'm not really back into getting into Lyft because I don't want nobody in my car. And the reason why is because the last time I did Lyft, not the very last customer that I did, but a few customers before COVID started, some woman thought that she can come off to me in the car, and I checked her hard, and then she wanted to act tough at the airport and shit. I was like, man, you better go somewhere before you turn into a dude, right? And I'm not gonna hit no woman, but I'm gonna check you like one. I'm gonna check you like a dude does another dude. And if you want to go further than that, then your bags will get tossed over the goddamn balcony. All right, that's how I do. All right. So when it comes to y'all having this collective mentality to laugh at people that are trying to figure things out, just understand where you're at in life. Understand what you went through when you didn't have it all together, when you didn't have certain things that you wanted. All right, I got my own place. I pay my rent, bills, and all that. But you should never want to be stagnant. And when you feel stagnant, you got to keep moving until the stagnation is gone, until you friggin' figured out what it is that you're going to do with your life. And there's no age limit to it. Life is short, right? If you live to be 20, 40, 50, you keep going until you can't go no more, physically, mentally, and spiritually, or even as a person that, your life transitions. Then that's the time to stop. But you keep going as long as you're capable. All right? So with that being said, man, y'all check out the new mixtape coming out, the God MC mixtape. That is the latest mixtape that's coming out January 1st, New Year's Day. Also, there's Wu Tang's dedicated to Wu-Tang. That's already out. The Vintage already out. All right? And then I got more projects coming, more shows, more opportunities. We got the new podcast that I'm doing. One of the new podcasts is going to be called The Truth News, and that's where I get into my media phase and start really getting into the news that they're not really reporting. So I'm gonna do more research and tell more truth than what the media is doing. They're probably gonna attack me for it. You're probably gonna attack me for it, and it's gonna be about just about every subject that I can get into, just so you get the real news. You decide what you want to do after that, but it's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to give you the news. Your responsibility is take it and do what you need to do to prepare your life and your family and everything for it. Also, I'm going to be doing a hip-hop podcast like my own, but I'm also going to do one with the Brotherhood Family Hip-Hop Beyonders. We're going to be doing a podcast for the culture of hip-hop or hip-hop culture. All right? We're going to be doing our thing on that and discussing where this culture goes forward, and even with the different states that have that live this culture, where should we be at as far as with us in our states and our regions with hip hop. I'm gonna do my own as well, giving you hip hop history, culture, and industry, because you need to know all of it in order to understand that hip hop is not a music genre, it's a culture. All right, it's a culture, and it is the only genre that has been pulls from different genres, different forms of art and elements to make this culture a genre, and how it's been attacked. I'm gonna give you all of that information on the hip hop podcast. I just don't know what to call it yet. I'll get into that. I'll get into that further on, especially with the title. You know, like I don't even know what the title is. All right. So with that being said, my name is AMB, African Man Born, on Rant of the Day, episode 2. Peace.